In the heart of West Africa, long before colonial maps redrew the borders, lived a strong, organized, spiritual, and fiercely independent people, the Asante, often called the Ashanti. Descendants of the great Akan family, they built a kingdom whose wealth and unity impressed and tempted European powers. It was in this shifting world between ancient traditions and colonial threats that an extraordinary figure emerged. A woman, a queen, a legend. Her name, Yaa Asantewaa. The Asante Kingdom was born in 1701 when a visionary chief, Osei Tutu, united scattered clans with the help of a spiritual priest, Okomfo Anokye. Their union was sealed by a mystical act, the heavenly descent of a golden stool, a divine manifestation of the Asante people's unity. It was not just a symbol of power. It was the Sika Dwa Kofi, the Golden Stool. It held the collective soul of the Asante, the living, the dead, and those yet to be born. In Asante culture, the stool is sacred. It marks birth, death, and coronation. But the Golden Stool is unique. It is the living heart of the nation. Osei Tutu became Asantehene, Supreme King. He established an effective administration, traditional justice system, disciplined army, and above all, a strong spiritual link between the people and their throne. In this male-led kingdom, power passed through women. Among the Akan, society is matrilineal. Inheritance, power, land, and names pass through the mother's line. Children belong not to the father's family, but to the mother's. Each clan is guided by a figure of feminine wisdom, the Queen Mother or Asantehema. This role is not symbolic. She chooses the king, can depose him, and handles part of judicial and political affairs. She is often more respected than the king, embodying continuity, stability, and the clan's collective memory. Yaa Asantewaa was born around 1840 in the village of Basize in the Ejisu region of the Asante Kingdom. Her family belonged to the Oyoko clan, the same as the royal line of Kumasi. She grew up in a world where women were respected, heard, and actively involved in community decisions. The daughter of farmers, she developed a sharp mind, a deep sense of justice, and a strong knowledge of tradition. She was known for her oratory, the ability to speak powerfully and persuasively. She also became a skilled farmer, mastering agricultural cycles, herbal remedies, and preservation techniques. Her destiny shifted when her brother, Afrane Panin, became chief of Ejisu. He appointed her queen mother, a decision praised by the elders. From her first day, she stood out for her fairness. She defended widows, protected orphans, settled land disputes, and promoted girls' education, rare at the time. She sat in council meetings, openly challenged male chiefs, and quickly became a central figure in the kingdom. But the world was changing. The Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885 opened the way for Europe's partitioning of Africa. The UK, already established on the coast, now aimed inland. The Asante were seen as an obstacle to full domination of the Gold Coast. Their independence, army, gold, and especially the Golden Stool, became objects of obsession. In 1896, King Prempeh refused to sign a treaty making his kingdom a British protectorate. In retaliation, British forces invaded Kumasi, arrested Prempeh, his family and advisors, and exiled them to the Seychelles. The kingdom was leaderless. Chiefs hesitated. The people mourned. but the Golden Stool remained hidden and untouched. At this moment, Yaa Asantewaa, now Regent Queen of Ejisu, stepped into history. In March 1900, while King Prempeh I was still exiled, British Governor Sir Frederick Hodgson summoned the Asante chiefs to Kumasi. He wanted to crush the last resistance. To the stunned assembly, he said, "I'm here in Her Majesty's name. Why am I not sitting on the Golden Stool? It is my right. Where is it? Why wasn't it brought to me?" This was a sacrilege. In Asante belief, no king, however powerful, may sit on the Golden Stool, least of all a foreign colonizer. The chiefs were stunned. Many looked down. Fear gripped them. Then one voice rose, steady and bold, "Yaa Asantewaa." She stood and delivered a legendary speech. How can a proud people like the Asante remain passive as the whites capture our king, humiliate our people, and demand our sacred treasure? If you, the men, won't fight, then give me your cloths. I will lend you my undergarments. Then she fired a gun into the ceiling. Shame shifted sides. The chiefs, inspired by her, stood one by one. She was appointed Supreme War Leader, an unprecedented decision. Yaa Asantewaa wasn't just words. She organized, armed, and led. She raised an army of 5,000 fighters, men and women from across villages. She set up watchposts, blocked roads between Kumasi and the coast, and laid siege to the British fort. Inside the fort, British forces lacked supplies. Heat, disease, and fear took hold. For months, Asante forces blocked reinforcements. Women played key roles. Some fought, others sang war songs, healed the wounded, or provided food. Many refused intimacy with men who did not join the resistance, a powerful show of loyalty. Eventually, the British retaliated with overwhelming force. Fresh troops, heavy artillery, repeating rifles. After brutal battles, they broke the siege. Yaa Asantewaa was captured with her generals. She was exiled to Mahé in the Seychelles. She would never see her homeland again. In exile, she kept her dignity. She clung to her traditions, taught girls at court, and never gave up hope. She died on October 17, 1921, around age 80. But her remains were not lost. In 1924, King Prempeh I, now allowed back, had her body returned for a royal funeral. The Asante lost militarily. Their kingdom became a British protectorate. But symbolically, colonization never captured the Asante heart. The Golden Stool was never found. It remained hidden, protected, revered, brought out only on sacred occasions. After Yaa Asantewaa's capture, Britain annexed the kingdom. Traditional power structures were dismantled. Kumasi was colonized. But the Golden Stool stayed hidden, haunting the British. In homes, stories, and war songs, Yaa Asantewaa's name lived on as a secret of pride, a forbidden hope, an ember beneath the ashes. In the 1940s to 50s, educated Africans began demanding independence, inspired by anti-colonial struggles worldwide. Among them, Kwame Nkrumah, a brilliant speaker and Pan-African thinker. Trained in the US and UK, he returned to Ghana with a clear vision. We must take our destiny into our own hands. Yaa Asantewaa became a symbol, no longer just a figure of history, but a model of African womanhood and leadership. Intellectuals like J.B. Dankwa and George Padmore wrote about her. Activists like Hannah Cudjoe invoked her name to mobilize women in the liberation struggle. On March 6, 1957, Ghana became the first sub-Saharan African nation to gain independence. Symbolically, Nkrumah refused to wear a European suit. Instead, he wore traditional Asante Kente cloth. In his historic speech, he declared, "We have achieved independence." But this is not the end. It is the beginning of Africa's full liberation. And he added, "We will never forget our mothers, our women, our fighters. Yaa Asantewaa lives in each of you." In 1960, 3 years after independence, a secondary school for girls was founded in Kumasi, Yaa Asantewaa Girls Secondary School. For over 60 years, it has trained women leaders in education, medicine, politics, and the arts. In 2000, to mark the centenary of the War of the Golden Stool, a major celebration took place in Ejisu. Traditional chiefs, artists, and scholars from Africa and the diaspora gathered. A museum was opened to preserve her memory. Even today, the Golden Stool remains sacred. It must never touch the ground. It is carried on a cushion, often with elephant symbols, the royal animal of the Asante. When a new king is enthroned, he doesn't sit on it. He is lifted above it 3 times, symbolizing, "I do not own the people, I serve them." This ritual, unchanged for over 300 years, reminds all that power is a spiritual responsibility, not domination. Yaa Asantewaa was not an exception. She was the embodiment of an ancestral legacy where women were strong, respected, and capable of leadership and resistance. She didn't just defend a throne, she protected a memory. She honored a lineage. She heralded a new generation. Today, across Africa and beyond, her name resounds as a cry of dignity. We are not defeated. We are not forgotten. We are the heirs of queens. If Yaa Asantewaa's story moved you, if her courage sparked something within you, share your thoughts in the comments and let others hear her name. Subscribe to the Baobab Within for more powerful stories of Africa's forgotten heroes, ancestral wisdom, and the spirit that still rises from our roots. Because like the Baobab, we stand strong not by chance, but by the depth of our roots. Until next time, may your roots be your strength.